What did she say? One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show goes on because of you fools. Is that what she just said here? Hello everyone, welcome to Look and Live. You are now here with Pastor James Devalon, and this is another reaction video. Guys, I'm just reading my comments here. There's a name that keeps on popping up on my screen over and over again every time I do a reaction video. And this person's name is, there it is, Barbara. I hear your request. It is Struggle Jennings and Caitlynne Curtis. God, we need you now. Listen, this artist has come on my comments over and over again that I need to check out his song. And I don't know who he is, where he's from, who his mother is. And it doesn't matter. The fact you guys are interested in this, it causes me to wonder, there must be something about this artist that I need to look into. So therefore, we're going to react today. The first video we have is Struggle Jennings and Caitlynne Curtis. God, we need you now. We're gonna pause for a quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back to react to the video. Okay friends, welcome back. If you are new to this channel, like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Click the bell icon to be notified for our upcoming videos. We have a lot going on in this channel here. Not only we have these open discussions, certain hot topics that's going on in the world. We call this The Perspective. We also have what is known as reaction videos as well, where we check out different channels and different artists that are putting out some type of positive message out there. And we speak about that, see what we can learn and glean from their message. And there's also something that is known as Bible studies. Okay, we believe in the study of the Bible to strengthen and encourage you in your journey of faith. That if some of the things you are interested in, like and subscribe to this YouTube page and become part of this family. Shout out to Hangover Gang family, Hang for Life, Hug. Thank you once again for your love and your care. By the way, those of you who have supported the channel, I got the message. Thank you. Appreciate you for what you do. You know who you are. I don't have to call your name. I got the message. My wife and I are very grateful for what you do. So now friends, it's time to hear what Jennings has to say here, because at the end of the day, this is called Struggle Jennings. God, we need you now. This is the first time I'm reacting to this. I have never seen this video before. So let's check this one out together.
Getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our...
Boy, chills. There's a level of... Can I say this? Right away, I'm picking up this this determination, that spirit of of wrestling for what an artist believes. This concept of loving this country. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, man, you can feel his emotion beaming in through the song.
Coming Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country, and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together.
Intimidate through fear and force. Isn't... Wow. What Struggle Jennings. I see why you guys were recommending this guy. Wow, powerful song. And you get, again, there goes the spirit of protest, the spirit of patriotic spirit, right? That spirit that what I was talking about, that says, I love this nation so much that I feel the need of making a stand against the powers that be, right? Those rulers of the darkness of this world, those spiritual wickedness in high places, those who are saying, we are the masters of the universe. You need to follow what we have to say. People like this, artists like this are gonna say, boy, we love this country way too much to watch you tear things down. So there goes one of those again, man.
Congregate and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools.
Oh, what did she say? One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show goes on because of you fools. Is that what she just said here?
Puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long.
Haven't we been really dancing with the devil, giving in to his suggested ideas? And we've seen this being, we now reaping consequences where laws are being installed and legislated that would have never been accepted back then, had the spirit of Protestantism, the spirit of patriotic, that spirit that says, no, we put this nation first. And as we take care of home, then we can reach out and be of help to those without. So if you were to ask me how I feel about that, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues.
There is a concept that I have to kind of address, and I think somewhat is inconsistent with many people, right? This concept, there are many people who, when they see certain people, certain Americans, like, with American flag, they tend to politicize that or even weaponize it as if you have an American flag, you must be a white supremacist or some sort. For those of you who don't know, my wife and I, my wife is black and I'm Haitian, but I'm also a naturalized American person. I love this country, man. And I got an American flag flying right in front of my house. It has nothing to do with being racist. I just love the values that we have here. And again, if you ever live in the third world countries and stuff, and you see how difficult it is to make a living. I mean, I can tell you of people who've had literally their doctorate degree who end up sitting at home not having to be able to get a job. I'm talking about real intelligent men who can literally quote and read and recite an entire book, wealth of knowledge. In these countries, they're not able to do anything. So what I'm trying to say, in this country, America, there is so much to live for, to want to fight for. There are values here that we should cherish, and I just don't understand how anybody who is born and raised here, they fail to realize the beauty of what they got. But other nations are dying to take this place. I believe there are other nations who want to destroy the values of what Americans have going on here. And I can tell you, being a Haitian, listen, I got people in Haiti who love to just come here, just to let their foot touch the soil of this country, just because they know there's something special going on here. They don't have it going on like that. So it's a sad reality that those within are destroying and not appreciating the values and the beauty and the good side of what's going on here. Although everything is not perfect, but those without are dying to be here. And again, it just shows that when people are raising their voice and using their musical skills to speak about this, it is something that's always going to move me because I understand where they're coming from.
Oh God, come back home.
Yeah.
This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers.
I was talking about that in the recent video that I put out, High Raz, where he kind of like they were, kind of standing God over the government. And the truth is, this is a Christian nation, not in the sense that everything we do is Christian. But what it means is that at the root of what is found built in the fabric of our Constitution are these Christian values that says, it's like the power of the mind goes above the government. The people or the grassroots are the ones who say, we pick our president. We are not to be dictated, nor this totalitarianism kind of spirit it's not supposed to be in this country. This socialist ideology, this Marxism that we see coming from these other nations, where the freedom of religion and freedom of press, freedom to petition the government, these values we have rooted in a constitution are Christian values. This doesn't necessarily mean everything we do is Christian, but at the root of it, no matter where you're from, regardless of your skin color, your gender identity, regardless of your faith and your belief system, here in this country, you are welcome. You can express yourself and be who you are. You don't have to worry about being persecuted for what you believe. That's what makes this country such a great nation. So it's not like they don't have issues. It's not like we don't have problems going on here. But these values are very significant. And what I'm seeing happening is that these things are being deteriorated. They are being infringed upon. There's a spirit to tear apart these constitutions that makes us such a great nation. So when I see artists like this raising their voice once again, I have to go back to the fact, man, I do understand where they're coming from, and they're speaking some real facts here. Struggle Jennings, Caitlynne Curtis, you go.
Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth.
And the truth is, many people will finally one day wake up and see. They might right now. They may say you're a white supremacist, you this and that, because you don't understand. You believe in the American dream. Well, that's not really what they're doing here. They are raising their voice, speaking truth regarding the values that we have as a nation. And by doing that, they are protecting our borders. They are protecting that which is within. They are saving families. They're protecting the generation and the beauties of what we got going on. So to go against this, one day people are gonna wake up and realize, my goodness, what have we done? What have we done? We have shattered. Literally, we just cut our own legs here by allowing so-called these, I don't know what I would refer to that, so these powers that be, whose intent is to subvert the Constitution and to take over and to create this so-called one world religion that the Bible refers to as the mark of the beast concept. All of that, one day people will wake up and realize how much they have sold, these values over, and I think it's gonna be too late by the time they wake up.
God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it.
It's true. Like, the truth is hard to swallow. That's a fact. But we know something is happening here. All right. You don't need to read your Bible to realize this. You just have to take a look. Just take a good look and use your common sense. You can honestly tell there's something brewing in the kitchen that has no business being there. Okay.
Reflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accepted. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of.
Oh man, he's on point. He's hitting all the notes. So don't question their objective. Just follow their narrative. And again, this is the thing. What makes this country such a great nation is because at its root it values the differences of mindset and even religion and concepts and political views. While we don't agree with each other on everything, but our disagreements actually brings us to a place where we can understand and learn from each other. In that aspect, we grow. This is the reason why it is significant. If you want to know how much you don't know, just come face to face with somebody who knows something else than what you know. So the whole idea is, as a Christian, when I come face to face with an atheist, regardless of how much I oppose him, I might have 90% opposition to what he says, but I can tell you, if I pay attention, if I humble myself enough, about 10 or 20% sometime in our conversation, I can glean something. I can learn something. Not to the point where I stop believing in God, but to the point where it actually helps me to re-examine my belief and goes back to study deeper to take things to another level. So the point I'm trying to say is, even in the opposition, there's goodness. Even in our difference of mindsets, there's something to learn. So when there is this pressing down of different concepts and values, and there's this pressing down of no other one who's allowed to hold a different view than what I hold, that actually shows You don't know what it means to be an American. That actually shows whatever it is you believe in, you're not confident in that because you are afraid of it being challenged. And that's not supposed to be the way it is. The beauty of what it means to be an American is when you can bring these diverse views together under one umbrella and you're finding ways to work through all of that. And that is what really is beautiful about it. It's just this diversity, the differences, the varieties of what we got makes this country an amazing country, and to see it working amazingly well is, it's not an easy thing, but when it is done correctly, it is an amazing thing. So those who are going against, hey, you can disagree with me, you have to agree with everything I say, it's not American at all.
Questions, how these kids molested but nobody's been arrested.
That is actually a really good question. I feel like I could pause this video any moment. Man, I mean, I might need to do a reaction again, a part 2, because this is too much. I'm only 2 minutes in. I got so much I can glean from this. Yeah, well, how about that? The molestation that is taking place even in churches. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I'm in ministry. And some of the stuff I've encountered, I've heard about, I've had even past, very close, thank God that it didn't happen to me, but very close people that I knew, young friends of mine who were molested by ministers, even priests. It's a shame. It's a shame. And how do they get away with it? These priests will do these things and they will move them from one region to another. It's like, wait a minute, like where? So it's almost like these priests can get away with their crimes over and over again and continue to go to a different nation and continue the same process. It's almost like you're wondering, like, what is happening here behind the scene that are giving them these abilities to do the things that they do and get away with it, and literally above the law, to the point where you're like, something really shady is going on here.
In the testament, these children are protected, so I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, blind, not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
Hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long.
Well, we have been.
I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abuse.
Boy. Ooh. There's so much emotion beaming from the song. It's just like the truth of what they are talking about is so relatable. And again, I don't have to be a white person to understand this. I don't have to be walking around with an American flag on my back to understand this. It just makes perfect sense that there are values to fight for. A sad reality is I just don't understand how an American who understands like what they have going on here. Okay, I'm speaking from a Haitian mentality. I don't understand how they can understand if they know the value of what they got. Instead of trying to tear apart and burn the flag and do all this crazy stuff that they do, they should embrace and seek for ways to protect instead of tearing things apart. And what they seem to be doing in the song here is this crying out to God to say, come back home. You've kicked God out of the system. You kick God out of school. You tear down, and this satanic stuff is being promoted to our children. These gender dysphoria concept has now become the way that supposedly we do things, to the point where the Christians look foolish and the Satanists gets praised. So I don't understand that. And these are the things that I'm thinking that they're crying out for. Like, God, we need you now. Come back home. They kick you out. head voice. That went right through me. Let's back that up again. What an amazing voice.
One day, I hope you see the truth.
How did she do that? I think my head would have exploded by now. Amazing.
One day, I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools.
Wow.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
And we do. We need the Lord, and we need him right now. And I hope we realize that before it is too late. Love the song. love the rhythm. Love the art. Oh, here goes my young people. Love it. Man, who dares argue against this? I would like to know who dares going against that. I mean, not only the strength and the spirit behind the music, the voice of the artist, the beautiful voice of Caitlynne combining with the harmony and the beat and the message that they put out in the video, flashing their flag, standing for what they believe. I can't argue against that. I can only say, if you, I mean, again, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. You're onto something good here. You're not going to get Pastor James to be mad about this. I mean, not me. I understand this. This makes a lot of sense to me. So, guess what, guys? What can I say? Thank you for sharing this song. I got to get myself a better chair. This chair is so loud. Anyway, I need to invest. Yeah, thank you for sharing this song. I saw a number of things here being said. Is this cry out, this love for this nation, this cry out against what is wrong, the immorality and the abuse coming from within, coming from those who are driven with an evil agenda, a fiendish approach. And also there is this cry out to God. There's this cry out for God to come back home, as if God's been kicked out. God's got evicted. So there's this cry out to bring him back into the heart of this country. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. But how you go about doing that is also very significant, because, in the process of trying to get God back home, I know they're not saying that, but there are some who might take this a little bit too far by trying to Christianize America in a way, in enforcing religious beliefs to the point where he could create another conflict too. So we have to be careful how we go about bringing God back home. Okay, so one thing I would like to say as I bring this to an end, there's one passage in the Bible that I want you to also keep in mind. We go to the Bible in the book of John chapter 18. I'm going to read from verse 36. So what's going on here is that Jesus was confronting a number of Jews. And during the time, he was standing in front of Pilate. And one of the questions that Pilate asked him was this. Pilate answered, "Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done?" So he is sitting here talking about your own people, give you up, right? So, and he says this, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servant will fight," right? My servant will fight. I should not believe it unto the Jews. So now my kingdom is not from thence. And the whole idea is simply this. It's not wrong for you to stand for what you believe, your kingdom, your nation, your country. But what Jesus was doing here, he was taking things a little bit farther than just this. So I understand the heart of the artist, the heart of Struggle Jennings and also Caitlynne Curtis in their song by saying, "God, we need you now." So the standing for this nation, it is something that we need to do. It is something that we need. We need to raise a voice and protest and sing, whatever it is we do, and preach, and trying to protect the values of what we have going on here. But while you're doing that, don't lose sight of the fact that there is a much bigger kingdom that God has in store. This is not just it. Of course, we love what we got here, but let's not lose sight of the one that God has for us up there, the one that is going to last for eternity. Every earthly kingdom at one point or another has always passed away. When you do history, no matter which kingdom it is, which nations they were, no matter how great and powerful they were, whether it was Greece, Babylon, Egypt, I mean the Mesopotamian, the Sumerian kingdoms, you name them. They came and they passed. They came and they passed. But the beautiful thing is that the kingdom of God shall stand forever. And you and I need to be a part of that kingdom primarily. If we are part of that kingdom, by all means, we can then fight for this kingdom down here. But while we are doing that, let us not lose sight of the kingdom of God. And this comes about when a person accepts Jesus Christ in his heart as Lord and Savior. Guys, once again, thank you for sharing this song with me. I've learned so much, grown so much. An amazing artist. I want more of that. This is absolutely good music, good message, powerful, powerful, powerful. But in that process of trying to protect the values of what we have here in this earthly kingdom, let's not lose sight of the heavenly kingdom that Jesus is preparing for you and for me. Friends, I have nothing else to say. If you are new to this channel, like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Comment below. Tell me what you think about this video. What would you like to recommend as well? And as always, if you are new to this channel, and as always, remember to look unto Jesus and to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.